Hello, thank you for joining me for what we can say is a springtime Bert's Books. Hail the Queen of the May. Actually, I'm a couple of days not too early or too late for that. Anyway, I have picked up not loads, but a few odds and ends from various charity shops and so on. So let's go through some of those. Now, I've not been restricted to books. There's been a couple of DVDs, first of which I haven't seen this in years. Probably not since probably late 1980s or early 90s. I suspect I might find this quite difficult watching this stage of where we are currently. I might find it a bit sort of unpalatable to contemplate, I suppose, based on the novel by Labour MP Chris Mullin, adapted for the screen by Alan Plater. A very British coup, what imagines what might have happened if a left-wing Labour MP had become a Prime Minister of the UK. Yeah, imagine. So much for that idea without wanting to go too deeply into that side of things. But anyway, other than that, on a lighter note, I suppose it's a lighter note, this one, I saw this as a kid twice at the cinema. I think the summer or the summer after it. No, it would have been the summer it came out, 1976, I think it was. So always fun to revisit. I'm conscious that aspects of this might be considered to be a bit odd from a modern sensibility. However, I tend to be able to just suspend any, I can just tune in and enjoy this the same way I always did. Now, I won't go in too deep on this because I'm conscious it's come up before on this channel, but there is a book of this. It was novelised at the time, and while I don't have a copy, there is one of those electronically readable ones online somewhere, so I'll get into that at another date. I keep saying about many things, but I do intend to. I had a viewing of this again yesterday, and it's as much fun as it ever was. Now, on the book front, having roundly trashed John Norman's work a little while ago when I picked up the first gore book I'd ever actually picked up and tried to read, I didn't get very far. I got as far as the appearance of a female character. That's what stopped me in my tracks there. That video's relatively fresh. If you might have seen it already. But anyway, I don't know what it is about me that I can't stop myself. Another cheapy gore novel showed up in a second-hand shop, and I thought, oh, all right. I've only got a few pages into this, so I'm expecting the same sort of attitude towards women on display in that other one. Guardsmen of Gore, I think that one was. Anyway, this one, Priest Kings of Gore. This one, Priest Kings sound quite exciting. They sound like they might be kind of, venerable figures with grey beards but still have loads of muscles and sort of wave swords about. In fact, no, the priest kings are these big bloody insect things. So that's what those are. The bit I read does introduce us to the concept, I think, of the Tarnsman, which I think the first book was, which was a big bird that guys on Gore kind of learn to tame and fly around on. I don't know. I can't say I'm too invested. I don't know what I was thinking. It was just, there it was. Quid or something. Yeah, all right. But I do maintain still Gwar is better than gore. And quite unexpectedly today I stumbled, I didn't even know this existed. I only knew about Get Carter of this guy's bibliography, but yeah, it's another, at first I thought it, casual glance, thought this might be about mountaineering, but no, I've read about a chapter or so. It opens in a prison, so it's very, very Brit noir crime novelish. There's loads of screws and snout and probably slags. I'd use that term in the crimey sort of context, not the sort of misogynistic one. But anyway, I'm expecting good things of this. I really enjoyed his Jack's Return Home, as Get Carter was originally titled, on which I think I did a video maybe it was just at the end of lockdown, maybe 4 years ago or something like that. Anyway, that's me for the moment. I will be back as soon as I can with more, maybe a sort of more dedicated book report type of thing. But in the meantime, thank you again, and I do hope to see you soon.